my fellow Englishmen. Today we gather to take back our country from the filthy colonies. I had an entire speech plan, but I realized how dumb it sounds all of a sudden. I mean, I'm British. I'm very British. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. I'm Manakyn. Welcome to the stream. I'm very British. How are you all today? Hello, Kioma. Hello. Hello. Like every British man, we remove the H and say hello. Hello, Endigo. I am going to get destroyed by all the British in my chat, all one of them. Hi, everyone. How's it going? I'm Manakyn. Welcome to this stream. It's been a really rough week, but I'm hanging in there. I'm ready to play some British Phoenix Wright. How about you guys? Shut up, National Anthem. How about you guys? You guys ready to play some British Phoenix Wright? I suppose he's not British. He's still Japanese, but he's just in Britain. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, time for some, hey, how's it going, Wrecker? It's been a bit. Yeah, it's time for some Britishness. Frick, I forgot to turn on my Switch. Give me a moment, give me a moment. I'm the best streamer in the world. I am so prepared. Hold on a second. Yeah, it's been a bit of a rough week for me. I've been staying up really late to get, like, stuff done, and it hasn't been very good. I've been procrastinating a lot, and then I have to stay up late, and then, like, after that, I'm too tired to work during the day, so I end up working in the night, and then my sleep schedule gets even worse. But I'm doing my best here. Let's just play some British Phoenix Wright. Let's go. Alright, I think you guys can hear that. That April is coming soon. April is indeed coming soon. That is true. If you guys remember, last time... Last time, we took on the defense of Albert Harebrain, who is an inventor who accidentally killed his... allegedly accidentally killed his patron, Odie Asmund, who apparently funded him. You guys do come by every April, that is true. Apparently they have a small, he accidentally killed his patron. Yeah, and then, so we took on his defense, and now, also, Baroque van Zeeks has an apprentice. Man from the League of Owls. And Gina's back! You do like the atmosphere of this game? It's very British. Gina's back, and then Tobias Gregson is... apparently, Gina is now, Gregson's apprentice. And yeah, honestly, we haven't really investigated much, but we did find a very large crossbow. We found a piece of green cloth, which I suspect, since it has like rubber on it, it's most likely to be one of the hot air balloons that we can see from here. My theory so far, apparently he was trying to make an instant transmission machine, teleportation, and so he was going to beam Odie Asmund over here, but he accidentally beamed him into a balloon, and then the balloon exploded, and his body flew over here, and then there was a crossbow somehow. Very British. Oh. And yeah, that's what's going on. I have no idea what's going on really, but now we're going to a so we're going to look for we're going to look for Herlock Sholmes, who is apparently hanging out at a museum or something. Shall we go? Let's go. Oh.
Super high voltage instantaneous kinesis? I'm not super sure about that. This is where Hurley is. I'd love to know what he's up to, wouldn't you?
A museum of interesting waxwork. Oh, it's a wax. Oh, God. It's a wax museum, right. Well, good luck. (22nd of October). Madame Tuspel's Museum of Waxworks. Oh my. What is this place? Look at all these terrifying scenes. But why are the people so still? Guillotines. Ruthless murderers. I know what I'll be dreaming about tonight. Chocolate.
They're all wax models. They're amazingly realistic, aren't they? Oh, what do you think, Ryuno? Shocked?
Wax models? Ah! Oh, silly Ryunosuke. I read about dead bodies and wax once in a magazine about strange phenomena. Depending on how corpses are kept after death, parts of them can turn into what? Wait, who told you that? It's called adipocery. Adipocery? I gotta look this up. Adipocery? I've never heard of this. A substance formed by the anaerobic fat tissue. Oh my god, it's a real thing. Do I dare Google image this? Do not Google image this! Oh my, do not Google image this! Apparently it's a real thing. It's like, it's not actually wax, but it's like the fatty tissue that decomposes and like chemically reacts with like the air and then kind of becomes waxy on top of people. It's like how, like, you know, corpses when corpses are dug up, sometimes they like look like they're all shriveled and stuff. Apparently that's what it is.
Stop talking about creepy things like that, Ryuno. You're scaring me.
Do not Google image it. Do not Google image it. I promise. Ah! Wait, what? She said something.
Anyway, adipocery doesn't readily form, you know. It's only in very specific... what is it now? Oh my goodness, you're such a child, Ryuno.
I just remembered something else I read. Another magazine about strange phenomenon. There was an old lady. Oh my god, there are old women! Oh god! Who used to pour molten wax over corpses and put them on display. The scariest part, she was old! Oh god!
None of the exhibits here are real. They're all entirely man-made replicas.
It can't be. Do you really expect me to believe that? Just look at them!
Oh! There's no way anyone could make models of people that are this real.
Can I go home? And they're all such gruesome scenes. Hey, Bowser. I love how he's trolling. Can he leave me alone? I guess we did come here to find him. Wait.
What is it?
No, I must be seeing things. There's a dude poking out from the back. Let's look at all these scenes, though. Oh, I can't click on the area in between, but apparently I can click here and here. Are they all part of the same scene? No, they're different scenes. Is this some infamous murderer?
Yes, called Jane the Ripper.
Wait, what? Oh no! If this is Jane the Ripper, she's supposed to kill strapping young men. Not young women. Because Jack the Ripper only killed like let's just say women of questionable morality, according to him, let's just say. I knew it! You can tell by the way she's holding the knife. A sure sign of a murderer!
Well, yes.
Ah!
What's the matter, Runo?
I've worked it out. I know what she's doing. She's trying to fill that bathtub with blood so she can soak in her victims'
Not according to the internet. It doesn't mention anything about a bathtub.
Really?
Sorry, I don't think it's significant.
Then why put... I still think it has to be there for a reason.
The only person who soaks in their victim's blood is Van Zeeks.
Alright, apparently Jane the Ripper. Wait, apparently Jane the Ripper isn't as good as Jack the Ripper because we know her face. There's a hand here. Is that an arm?
It looks like an arm, doesn't it? Maybe it's one of those waxwork models that's fallen over.
You don't think it could be the work of one of the murderers?
Bruno, stop scaring me!
It's a wax arm, or a real one.
Come on, you're always pointing that finger of yours in court. Poke that arm and see how it feels.
No, objection! Poor Runo. That big heavy curtain is in a very prominent position. I have a nasty feeling there's going to be something truly terrifying behind it.
Oh yes, that's the famous To Spell special exhibit. It depicts one of England's most notorious killers. Do you want to pay the extra fee to have a look?
You gotta pay extra to see Madame Tuspell's out here with DLC for a waxwork museum.
Quickly, we have to pay for the DLC.
Pay more money for the DLC? Who is she, Ubisoft?
It was only a suggestion.
EA Games. It's in the game. Disclaimer, it's not all in the game. Oh, whoops. Do we have Jane the Ripper? No, unfortunately, we don't have Jane the Ripper in our profile list. Oh, old guy. These models are so well made. I can't tell what's a waxwork exhibit and what's a real human.
Or maybe all the exhibits are real people.
Iris is just scaring him more.
And when it's closing time, all the visitors have gone home. They suddenly start moving about.
Just thinking about it makes me wish it was closing time. Actually, something I noticed. This person is on the other side of the on the rope. Is this person a real person? I think this person might just be a person who just fell asleep. Because he's on the other side of the rope. You guys see that? He's just like a crappy security guard. Oh. 5 nights and 2 spell. Oh no. Is this an example of the Western Tsujigiri? What? I don't know what Tsujigiri is.
I don't either, Manakyn.
You know, when an unscrupulous samurai randomly attacks a passerby to test his sword.
You mean like Yosuke in Assassin's Creed? I still don't know, no. But actually, a waxwork samurai would probably be hugely popular. Could you model it, do you think, Runo? Doing that Tsujigiri thing you mentioned?
I do have a sword, but I have no intention of testing it testing on how sharp it is on a human subject. At least, unless I could test it on Herlock Shelves. It's the great detective, Mr. Herlock Sholmes! He has his own statue.
Well, he is world famous, after all.
It's an uncanny resemblance, isn't it? Makes my skin crawl. Oh my god.
I know! But look, Runo, you can kick this Hurley and he doesn't move a muscle!
Oh no. You can't go around kicking things. Oh my god. Oh no. You can't go around kicking the oh, wait. It just moved. I'm sure. He's such a troll. Tsujigiri is an old practice involving testing a blade on civilian. That seems unethical. Just a little bit. Oh!
Really? Did it?
Don't blink, Sherlock. You must remain composure. And look closely. There are beads of sweat on the face of this waxwork. Shall we move on, Iris? Over there, look. There's a great murder scene to enjoy. Much more appealing. Hold it. My dear fellow, I take exception to your recoiling in such a manner, as if you've seen something truly abhorrent. Mr. Sholmes! What a surprise! Iris, what possessed you? I strictly forbade you from divulging my temporary waxwork scene to Mr. Naruhodo. Temporary wax? What do you mean? And that kick! Could you not have exercised a little bit more restraint? You winded me!
But Runo has something he needs to ask you.
Ah, a question.
And I thought you'd probably be getting bored too. So, here we are.
Well, I can't deny that your timing was impeccable. A mere 2 more minutes being stationary like that. And my great brain, upon which all my success has been built, would have turned to wax. Thank goodness we arrived in time. Indeed, in many ways, the pair of you just saved the world from an unimaginable loss.
Oh, Hurley, you do like to talk nonsense, don't you?
It makes me question. I always question when I see these two, which one is the parent and which one's the child. You know something, it's true, about Lord Van Zeeks and what happened to the past to change him. Now that you're here, let's take our time. How can I be of assistance? For you're in luck! I'm suddenly quite taken with the idea of conversing. Oh, well, actually, I'm in quite a hurry, bye! And if my eyes don't deceive me, I believe something is afoot within the walls of this very museum. A most fascinating case, if I'm not mistaken. Really. Moreover, I have a strong suspicion that it is related to the matter which you have come to me now. But how could it be? We shall speak again presently, my dear fellow, but for now, I must return to my work. Back to being a temporary waxwork. Why are you doing this? What is this place? Madame Tuspels came to London from France 3 years ago, I understand. Since she opened this little waxwork museum last year, it's enjoyed great popularity in London. There are museums like this in Japan too, but these displays are something else. I mean, the museums in Japan probably are statues, right? Not like waxworks. I mean, they aren't made from real people, are they? The extreme realism of these waxwork models is the particular secret of the Tuspels family, they say. Curses, she's French! Curses, foiled again! They earned renown during the French Revolution for waxwork victims of the guillotine. Oh my. Did they, like, make a wax of their head and just their head? That sounds grim. The gruesome scenes were portrayed with such realism in the expressions of the faces of the condemned.
Apparently, the sculptors would make the models directly from the corpses, right there at the site of the executions.
That's dedication. That really turns my stomach. That's just one of several legends about the Tuspels family. Whether there's any truth, I couldn't say. But anyway, this museum houses the models of famous people from all over the globe. Nevertheless, the most popular area of the museum by quite some margin is the House of Horrors. The House of Horrors? Of course! Visiting numbers are dwindling now as the result of the Great Exhibition. But people usually flock here to see the exhibits of some of London's most vile criminals at their gruesome work. Naturally, most of the miscreants portrayed here were sent to the gallows. So they're even stiffer than the models! Ha ha ha! It's funny, cause they're dead! Have you heard of poor taste? My dear fellow, the public live for poor taste. Why do you think there's so much drama on Instagram? Why do you think there's... Why do you think there's Prime Energy Drink? So the hideous exhibits here are...
They're all portrayals of real events that actually took place.
Is it just me, or did the temperature in here seem to drop? Anyway, I advise you not to think so deeply about what you see here. Oh, he's back to being wax. So, why are you doing this? Why are you a temporary waxwork, Mr. Sholmes? Exactly what you see. I'm part of the exhibit here, catching these criminals in the act. I mean, to be fair, you should probably be wax if you want to be in a wax museum, but, you know, easy come, easy go. Every half an hour, I home in on a different killer in one of the displays and adopt a new pose to ensnare him. He just wants fame. He just wants notoriety. When the members of the public come in for a closer look, I offer my hand to shake him. For a shilling, I'll happily allow them to take a photograph with us. What is this side hustle you're doing? Does detective work not pay enough? Us. Does he mean him and the waxwork murderers? But why? My dear fellow, isn't it obvious? For the money! I hate this game. This game is so dumb. You really roared at me there. Very fitting for the House of Horrors. As it stands, I may be struggling to pay this month. And I have the ravenous Iris to... Wait, is Iris not eating enough?
Oh, Hurley, I'm so hungry.
Oh no! Bro, we gotta get on food stamps or something! If push comes to shove, I shall have to ask you to do your bit, Mr. Naruho. Wait, can we not afford the house? Oh my god, we're gonna get evicted! I know, I haven't even been taking on any cases! Because I've been barred from the bar! So, with that in mind, how about a photograph? You do realize my money is literally just whatever. As a special treat, you may have the pick of the murderers and the scoundrels in here. The choice is yours. Maybe some other time. Remember, Mr. Naruhodo, ignore me at your own peril. Oh. Well, he's wax again. His final remarks sound like a curse. Well, what is it you have to ask me? Actually, it's about Van Zeeks, our friend Mr. Reaper. How'd you find him? Well, I trust. And so I filled Mr. Sholmes in about everything we learned. About Lord Van Zeeks, about Professor Hairbrain, about Gina somehow joining the Force, and now using her authority to take free amusement park rides. And about the strange coincidence that they had been in the university together. So I'm wondering what happened that made Lord Van Zeek such a different person.
I was sure you'd know, Hurley.
You said there was something going on in this exhibit hall before. Something that was afoot. And that you believed it was related to what I wanted to ask you about. Mr. Sholmes? He suddenly clammed up. Well, it seems we've reached the greetings? Oh my. Hello. Wait, I have to find my French accent. Oui, oui, ho, ho. Oui, oui, ho, ho. I can't do it. Oh, hello. And what is she wearing? Could she look any more beautiful? My God.
I hope you are appreciating my museum.
Sorry, have we, Mr. Okay, go. Not again!
My apologies. I am Esmeralda Two Spells, and this is my museum of waxwork.
This sounds awful. I'm just gonna give her a normal voice. I can't. I'm sorry, French people. I cannot do the French.
And this is my museum of waxwork.
You're the Madame Two Spells. You're not actually married, are you?
Bien sûr. Though only 26 years young, I might add.
She's perfect. She's perfect. She's perfect. Perfect. She's everything I've wanted. You know, I've always been incredibly attracted to the age 26. Did you know that?
My birthday is tomorrow.
Well, I'm even more attracted to the age 27. I just want to say that. Oh my goodness. You know, I've always wanted to get into the waxwork business, and you know, maybe we could start a family business, if you know what I'm saying. Wink.
I am a madame in name only. It adds a certain je ne sais quoi.
I have no idea what that means, actually. Hey, Will Shakespeare. Right. Oh my god. Look at her collarbone. That is the world's most perfect collarbone if I have ever seen in my life.
Firstly, I must apologize for my waxwork. Or rather, one waxwork in particular.
That'll be Mr. Sholmes then.
I was led to believe he was a great detective, but it seems unable to settle.
Oh my!
Next time you move from your designated exhibit, there will be toil and trouble.
Oh, he's dead!
She sounds deadly serious.
Oh. Girl, I don't mind if you drip hot wax on me, that's for sure. Just, turn me into one of your waxwork displays. Oh! That's a problem. How am I supposed to ask Mr. Sholmes about Lord Van Zeeks?
Let's not forget what Hurley said before about something being afoot, right here in this museum.
I know, but...
I'm so curious. I want to know what's happening in here.
Haven't we got enough on our plate already? Like, admiring the beautiful Esmeralda to spell. This is... Hold on. Wait, no. How do I, Hold on, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Got it! Did you make all these waxworks, Madame Tuspel?
Oui. I am the third generation of waxwork artisans, you know. Oh, gosh! It was my grandmother who began the tradition in my family. Her fortunes were checkered, living through the turbulent times of the French Revolution, she did. Though that is when she acquired the savoir-faire that leads to the astonishing life-likeness. All these waxworks really do look as though they're alive. In fact, they look more alive than Hurley. Hee hee. What you see exhibited here represents the most atrocious of London's criminal past. All the waxworks were created in the presence of the real people on which they are modeled. In the hours immediately following the executions. That is the secret to the extraordinary life-likeness.
That sounds terrifying. Unlike you, nothing about you is terrifying. Everything about you is... it's like really hot in here or something.
All walks of life have similar challenges, I'm sure. To carry out one's trade par excellence, one must go to extraordinary lengths. My exhibits are a reflection of society. I only create that which the public wishes to see.
Why couldn't the public have wished for something less horrifying? Like an entire waxwork exhibit of you.
Do not fear.
Sorry?
This room is the only one in the museum with such a macabre theme. I only hope you'll explore.
Oh, I will explore a lot about this museum. Oh my goodness.
There are models of famous singers, actors, politicians, something for every taste, I hope.
It was Iris who dragged me straight here, come to think of it.
Sorry. Perhaps I should ease you into things.
So, about Sholmes. So what's the situation with that?
Ah, me temporary waxwork model. He approached me some days ago, you see, with a business proposal.
What sort of proposal?
My dear madam, what these sparse exhibits need is the addition of a world-famous great detective. Or words to that effect.
Okay.
Naturally, I am well aware that Mr. Sholmes is the widely known as the talented detective.
It's great detective, actually. He's very specific about it.
Yes, the creme de la creme. So I was keen to come to some arrangements with him, of course. But sadly, we were unable to agree on terms.
Wait, why are you here? Let me guess, someone wanted to charge an exorbitant price.
For a mere £500, I will dive into your cauldron of wax this very
Sholmes, it's time to go home.
Or words to that effect.
Mr. Sholmes might have overdone it slightly with the sales pitch.
Regrettably, the museum has a shortage of funds at the moment due to unforeseen circumstances. So we came to the current arrangement instead.
Surely he doesn't need to do what he's doing, though, does he?
I would think not, but he was very insistent.
I have a 50-shilling problem that must be resolved by the morning. Is that rent?
Or words to that effect.
It's the pawnbroker, that's what it is. He must have something to redeem.
Is the consulting detective work not going so well? I guess there aren't too many murders that need to be solved by someone that's outside of police. I wonder, could I ask you something?
Bien sûr.
Are you single? I mean, sorry, I'm curious. Is anything going on in the museum? Like some kind of incident? Girl, no need to hide secrets from me. I'm always here for you.
Whoever suggested such a thing to you?
Oh, well, it was, your temporary wax, where'd he go? Oh, he's gone. A waxwork model is a work of art, not some tawdry object for trade. Ah! Oh, there he is. There you are.
Leaving the exhibit again when you should be working? Do you wish to be melted down?
My dear madam, two spells, save your reprimands. There are more pressing concerns. The wax can wait. It's our ideas about your current problem we must throw into the melting pot instead. Personally, I would advise you not to involve the police.
Why ever not?
She's turned as white as a sheet. because you have a great detective at your disposal whose services you may employ for a mere 50 shillings. He's still going on that sales pitch, baby. Though please be aware that I prefer... No, I insist upon payment in advance. He just wants the money. Very well. Let us see if the great detective is able to live up to his name, shall we? Before I engage my analytical processes, I must ask you to clarify something. Oh, is that the thing? What, pray, is behind the curtain? That is the DLC special exhibit. There is an extra charge to see. Ah, the special exhibit of the House of Horrors. It must depict a serial killer then, I presume. Aren't they all serial killers? Would you be so kind as to draw back the curtain, I wonder? Ah, absolutely no. There is nothing amiss behind there. Nothing amiss, madam. There is a hand protruding ominously from under the curtain. I strongly encourage you to allow me to see what lies beyond, before the situation gets worse. Yes, very well. I will draw back the curtains, but only as a soupcon. Soupcon? Soupcon these nuts. Oh, I'm so sorry. Number 139. I must confess, I peeked behind the curtain earlier. The two spells special exhibit is a very bleak graveyard scene indeed. And yet somewhat surprisingly, the waxwork killer one would expect is nowhere to be seen. What does strike one, however? Oh, he did! Is the portly gentleman lying peacefully on his back on the floor? Well, then perhaps, Mr. Sholmes, that man on the floor is the ruthless killer himself? I'm afraid not, my dear fellow. He's a perfectly ordinary London gentleman. Not even a waxwork, in fact. Wait, what? Is my French mommy a murderer? I didn't say French, but is Madame Two Spells a murderer? What? As skillfully made as these waxworks are, they're always distinguishable from real humans. So allow me to present my two conclusions. The first is that a sizable business transaction has been taking place in the special exhibit.
What? Why would you say that?
And the second is that the aforementioned transaction is linked to a serious crime. She looks as pale as candle wax.
I don't understand.
So, Madame Two Spells, as you've agreed to my fee, you shall now have the pleasure of seeing this famously great detective and temporary exhibit at work. Oh no. Oh no. Waxwork. To begin with, we must ask ourselves what exactly is afoot here in this museum. Snap! The answer is revealed by the bundle of banknotes protruding so helpfully from your bag. In my estimation, some £200. Dang, she loaded. Remember when we said 1,000 pounds was approximately what? 1,000 pounds was approximately 150,000, I think. So what? Divide that by 5 to get 200. That's $50,000 or pounds.
That is all my... Oh, that is all my own money.
So what does this large sum of money reveal? Oh, where's she looking? Ah, not as much as the involuntary glance you cast. It would seem, Madame Two Spells. Yes, the answer lies where your eyes fall now. Look at that! The significance of the 200 pounds is revealed by that public notice. What? Waxwork for sale. Your business has hit hard times, it would seem. What? She's selling it? In short, you sold the infamous killer, the centerpiece of the special exhibit, for the sum of 200 pounds.
No!
Now, let us explore the next curiosity which we are presented. Snap! Who is the portly gentleman stretched out so peacefully on the floor? It would appear the man has suffered severe shock, the cause of which is clearly known to you. Unfortunately, madam, keeping secrets does not appear to be your forte. What dealt the man such a shocking blow was, of course, the 200 pounds. It would appear that you twisted this gentleman around your little finger most effect. I wish you would do that to me.
What are you suggesting?
He rashly agreed to purchase the waxwork for a sum of 200 pounds. Only when he came to hand the money over did it occur to him what an extortionate amount he was paying. But the money was no longer in his hands. And the result... Can we... What? Yes, the killer in this special exhibit fetched a killer price! One we can only pray that the gentleman's dreams are not plagued with regret. Sold for cash. Hey, it's my money and I need it now, right? The question that arises is, what has become of the waxwork that changed hands? Let us consider the problem for a moment.
You cannot possibly...
What immediately strikes me about this conundrum is the young man standing over there. Who is this fellow? To find the answer, we need only observe his neckerchief. As such is worn by policemen as a secret sign to fellow members of the force that a crime is being perpetrated. Well, apparently not so secret anymore. Yes, this young man is an undercover policeman, currently investigating this museum. I know him well, in fact. It's Sergeant John Clay. How do you know? How do you... Okay, maybe he's just a famous dude.
What are you talking about?
The man's quite a celebrity. He received triple accolades at last year's policing awards.
But...
Next, we turn our attention to the old man sat before him, with the particularly unsightly visage. I've been watching closely, and he hasn't moved a muscle. Almost, in fact, as if he were a waxwork.
But you...
Your reaction only confirms my suspicion. I notice at once, of course. Observe! The telltale sign... Wait, is this guy on sale? That instantly proves whether or not this old man is a waxwork, is the obvious price tag. Threepence! A tragically low price. She's selling an old man for 3 cents. Oh my god. Though perhaps the going rate for aging waxworks riddled with cracks. And yet, you sold the portly gentleman for an exorbitant 200 pounds. This sort of plucky behavior is sure to attract the attention of Scotland Yard. Isn't that so, madame?
I do not.
Yes, the waxwork you sold has already been seized by the police and remains in their custody as we speak. The old man must be reunited with his grave in the special exhibit, and not a moment too soon. What? I don't even understand how. What even is the conclusion here? What is going? Wait, so he thinks that she sold the old dude for 200 pounds? What? I don't even understand what his conclusion is.
This is why we can't pay rent.
Oh no! I see I've stunned you all into silence.
You have, Hurley. You have. And you've obviously upset this young lady in the process. Her cauldron looks awfully hot.
If I could just bring up one point, Mr. Sholmes. Ah! The notorious Naruhodo 1 point. I'm all ears, my dear fellow. According to your deduction, then, the special exhibit featured this old policeman. So, that would mean he's the particularly ruthless murderer, wouldn't it? The killer policeman, Automold. Wait, what? Sorry? It was a mysterious series of murders that rattled the capital only last year. Are you just making this up? The police rushed to the scene every time, only to find the culprit has disappeared into the aether.
And it turned out the culprit was a policeman himself.
Oh. And so apparently he's not just a made-up dude.
A senior officer by the name of Automold.
So you mean that's who the sinister-looking old man is supposed to be? Indeed. It is a particularly grim face, is it not? Unforgettable, in fact. Yes. I remember that odious countenance only too well. But is 200 pounds a lot of money for a wax model? It would be enough to afford one of the latest steam carriages, if that puts things into perspective. So, it's a lot. It's like 50,000, right? 50,000, I think that was our calculation. Sholmes about to die. Is there anything for you else you wish to add before I melt you down? The bubbling wax is looking more and more ominous. Oh god!
The smell of all that molten wax is starting to worry me.
Mr. Sholmes did more or less accuse her face to face, so I think I might have to call on your assistance here, Iris, if it's all right, to make some minor corrections in the great detective's great deduction.
Of course it's all right. We'll set things straight.
Well then, let's get started, shall we?
Before Madame Tuspez vents her anger.
Oh, just what I was waiting to hear, my dear fellow. Obviously, I know all the answers, but I wanted you to solve them. So, Madame Tuspez, In accordance with our agreement. How's it going, Slippery? You shall now have the pleasure of seeing the famously great detective and temporary exhibit at work. Is he doing this on purpose? He's just an idiot. Let's be real here. Okay, let's see what he's got. To begin, we ask ourselves, what is the museum? The answer is revealed by the cash. There is 200 pounds. That's her money. Wrong. Why are you have that money? Not as much as an involuntary glance you cast over there. Yes, the answer lies where your eyes fall, on the thingamajiggy. And who is this bewitching lady? My future wife, you mean? She definitely looked in this direction, it's true.
But I'm not so sure she'd sell any of her waxworks, even for £200.
I mean, there was a sign behind one of the guys that said, like, statues available, please inquire, or something like that. Oh?
She must pour her heart and soul into making them, don't you think? Over and above the wax. If it were me, I wouldn't sell them for anything.
For that much money, I would. But it sounds like that makes me a bad person. Well, anyway! I wonder if the 200 pounds could have some other significance.
Let's follow the furtive glance in again and see if there's anything that could explain it.
Alright. Oh! Note on the wall. Oh, 200 pounds.
What's that note doing pinned on the wall there?
Oh, yes, let's see. Dear Madam Tispels, we've taken the prisoner from this room. The price for his safe return is 200 pounds. They kidnapped the wax model! Have the money ready by noon on October 23rd.
What?
This is... It's a ransom note!
Yes, it's a ransom!
Thank you, Iris. Actually, I don't know. Is it ransom or ransom? No, it's ransom. It's definitely ransom. It's not ransom. Alright. I think this is it!
Take that!
Bam! Spin! The significance of the 200 pounds is revealed by the ransom note. Quite so! It's a good thing I thought of it first. And we must congratulate the criminals on their inventiveness, abducting a waxwork. 200 pounds is no small ransom fee, yet you clearly intend to pay it. The model in question, it has special importance, so I put all the money together I have. In summary then, the 200 pounds you have in the handbag is ransom money. Now, let us explore the next curiosity with which we are presented. Snap! Who is this portly gentleman? It would appear the man has suffered from a severe shock, and the cause of which is clearly known to you. Unfortunately, madam, keeping secrets makes you very dumb. Okay, there's money. Okay, so the 100 pounds did not knock him out. So, if the waxwork was kidnapped, where does that leave us in terms of who this man is?
We could just ask him when he comes round.
That's true. I think the point of this exercise is to understand the beauty of the deductive process, Iris.
Yes, you're right. Hurley's trying so hard. We must...
She literally said, Hurley's dumb. Make him feel better. Oh my god. Well, There's a little doubt that he's suffered a shock, that much is clear. But in that case, what's Madame Tuspel's trying to hide? Oh, she's hunched over. Oh, what the frick? Wait, hold on. Where's her other arm? Where's her other arm? Yeah, she's holding another arm! We mustn't let him down. He's down.
This is just Madame Tuspel's right hand, isn't it?
No, it's not, because that's a left hand. Wait, hold. That's a left hand. I can clearly see her left hand.
Oh, but wait a minute.
I should present the braid.
This is a left hand as well. Look.
Don't say such creepy things, Iris.
And it seems very stiff too. In fact, it's really hard.
You mean it's made of wax? You mean her right hand is made of wax? We can present the braid. Madame Tuspel's has very long hair, doesn't she?
Yes, but you couldn't tell looking at her from the front.
You know, it looks rather like a whip, don't you think? The sort of whip that could have floored the gentleman with a single crack.
It seems a little far-fetched even for you, Ryuno.
But it smells so nice.
Take that!
Madame Tuspel's hair is very neatly braided, creating an effective whip she used to beat the man. Oh my god. Yes, I can picture the scene quite clearly. Mr. Naruhodo. Yes? I'm afraid your imagination is overactive. Yes, perhaps I was clutching at straws a little. I, on the other hand, can picture the scene of your spiked hair running the man through quite clearly. And you say my imagination is overreactive. Okay. I'm really dumb, aren't you?
Yes, you're dumber than me, and I'm only 10.
Yes, thank you, Iris. Yes, thank you, Ryunosuke. Oh, come on. There it is.
Take that!
Boom!
What dealt the man such a shocking blow? It was, of course, the waxwork hand. Indeed, with a solid waxwork limb, one could deliver a very... Oh, she used it to beat him over the head. Wait, why would you do that? A very substantial blow. How could you... The hand protruding from the bottom of your cape. It ought to be a right hand, but on closer inspection, it reveals that it's a left hand. You could have literally just held it higher, girl. And somewhat masculine as well. In other words, you are a big, strong woman. It does not belong to you, madame. It is the hand of a waxwork model. Kia! Do the French say kia? Some of the visitors to my museum can be troublesome. They meddle with the exhibits and cause damage. So you mean that arm? Yes, this gentleman saw it fit to try to remove it as a possible souvenir. No small keepsake. Like taking this whole branch of taking a whole branch of a cherry tree when you go to view the blossoms. I am afraid I had to teach the man a lesson. You confronted the man and tried to take the arm back. And the result? The scene we see before us. He was knocked unconscious. point we may need to revisit later. But for the time being, we have our conclusion. Yes! The killer in this special exhibit has been kidnapped! Wow, Sholmes, you're amazing. Alright. The question arises is, what has become of the waxwork that changed hands? I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break. Just because this is wearing me out. Oh my freaking god. Hello, everybody. The more you listen to this song, the more it reminds you of Seraphic Chicken. What? I mean, to be fair, I left it on this one because you guys could have background music, so. I'm just glad you guys are listening to the song. The question that arises now is what has become of the waxwork that changed hands? Let us consider the problem for a moment. You cannot possibly... Yeah, what I mean, okay, he's the dude, there's the dude, and there's the dude, and there's the dude, and he's the dude. See, look, statues available, please inquire. Apparently, she does sell them. Okay, neckerchief. According to Mr. Sholmes, the yellow neckerchief is assigned to other policemen that a crime is underway. Not anymore now.
A way of communicating with his colleagues without revealing his identity, yes. It's a secret that's closely guarded.
Oh, not so much anymore. And Mr. Sholmes didn't hesitate to give away.
Well, uncovering secrets is in any true detective nature, of course.
Right. Anyway, judging from Madame Tuspel's reaction, I think perhaps we might not have identified the man quite correctly. I think, is he supposed to be this person? I don't know. Wait, what? Wait, is this the arm that she used? This is the arm! The man has a stub sticking out of his shoulder.
Ah, well that settles that then.
Right. This isn't a real person.
His entire arm's been ripped off the shoulder.
His arm's been... Of course. That ties in with what we just found. Sherlock Holmes is really dumb.
Take that!
Who is this fellow? Oh, who is this fellow? To find the answer, we only observe his shoulder stub. No such boneless human walks this earth. Of that I can assure you. Wait till you hit the 21st century. Technology's really improved. In other words, the man standing here, the young Sergeant John Clay, is in fact, defying all odds, a waxwork model! I think that's pretty common for a waxwork museum. I seem to remember it was you who concluded he was a real person, Mr. Sholmes. I'm going to ignore that! He has become quite a celebrity in London, being the winner of no less than 3 policing awards last year. I simply had to make a model of the man. Naturally! What other explanation could there be? I don't know, maybe yours? And it was this detective's arm that was pulled off by the man on the floor in this special exhibit, wasn't it? I just realized, in this costume, Ryunosuke has a little mouse on his shoulder. Why is that? I don't know why, but for some reason, this costume, he has a little mouse on his shoulder. It's kind of cute. Next, we turn our attention to the old man sat before with a particularly unsightly visage. I've been watching closely, and he hasn't moved a muscle. Almost, in fact, as if he were waxwork. But you... Your reaction only confirms my suspicion, madam. I noticed it once, of course. Observe! The telltale sign that proves whether or not this waxwork is an obvious price tag. A killer policeman called Ottermole. Was he well known?
It was all over the papers last year, but I can't say I know what he looks like.
It's a very low price. Threepence isn't much money. I mean, to be fair, 3 cents was worth a lot more than it is nowadays, but only enough for a few measly hours of gas. That is true. So this special killer taken from the exhibit, huh? He's worth 2 hours of heat. The waxwork that someone stole from the museum and tried to ransom for 200 pounds. Is the crusty old killer policeman? Really?
Perhaps We should have a good look around then and see if another idea crops up.
Really? Why is this so dumb? Look at this! The old man's tapping his foot!
He seems to be fast asleep though.
He's not tapping his foot consciously? So you mean...
It must be a twitch. Like that streaming platform.
Never mind that! The point is, waxworks don't tap their feet. Or
stream on twitch.com.
Oh, twitch.tv actually. And look at his arm! We've seen a scarf like that somewhere else around here, haven't we? Have we? Oh, the yellow.
Take that!
The telltale sign that instantly proves whether or not this old man is a waxwork is the obvious twitch. Even the most realistic waxworks do not stream on twitch.tv. In other words, this splendid old man is in fact a genuine member of Scotland Yard. How did you screw that up, Paul Sholmes? Slight shift in your choice of adjectives, huh? And there you have it. Well, Madam Two Spells.
Well, what? It was me who contacted the police and demanded that someone come in the first place. He's clearly fatigued. He is sound asleep.
No, I think he's just old. But then what's this tag about? Is it the price of a scarf? No doubt the price tag of the muffler, which the old Bobby purchased recently at a local market. And I presume you've observed the scarf tied down to his arm? Does that not strike you, Mr. Naruhodo? The secret sign used by detectives. That's actually a legit thing, apparently. I thought you made that up.
Of course, because as you know, there has been such a criminal activity happening here. As you deduce from the very beginning, detective.
So, it would seem that we finally arrive at the truth. The waxwork of this especially ruthless killer from the special exhibit has been kidnapped. And Scotland Yard are already investigating. And also that random man just decided to try to steal an arm and she beat him with it. But the mortal's whereabouts remain a mystery. Thus concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of this horrifying puzzle. This was so dumb. This was the dumbest one so far, I think. I think this one was the dumbest one.
All sorts of people visit my museum here, men and women, young and old. Sometimes they drop in just for a short time on the way back from the pub. I welcome them all. But if anyone tries to damage my exhibits, I do not take it lightly. Anyway.
She is perfect. Oh my god, she is oh my god, she is perfect.
Your great deduction was even more enchanting than I was led to believe.
It was a pleasure, my dear madam. I'm gratified that you enjoyed the spectacle. Now, would you please kindly pay my rent? And as for your rough customer, I've no doubt he'll regain consciousness shortly and return home. What concerns me more is the waxwork from the special display. If it was indeed genuinely abducted.
Yes, tragically it was.
Then I would ask you to recount the events surrounding the stolen waxwork. As in as much detail as possible, if you please.
Very well. But after I tell you what I know, I must insist that you return to your work.
The talents of a great detective could be put to better use, I feel, but as you wish. So, yeah, you're stolen, huh? Tell us more about the stolen waxwork, please.
It was some days ago, when I came here one morning. I immediately noticed that the waxwork was missing from the special exhibit here.
Is this your most prominent display? So, that's why the curtains were closed.
And I found the ransom note in its place.
The culprit must have broken in during the night and taken it, huh?
So,
Hey, Vivi.
this waxwork model was stolen. It was a model of some horrible criminal, I suppose.
Of a particularly horrible criminal, in fact.
To spell gives Leighton Wright vibes. She gives beautiful vibes. That's what she gives. I've never played Leighton Wright.
The killer who left a more profound scar on society than any other, I would say. The Professor.
Not a name I've heard of. So, Mr. Naruhodo, it seems that the circle is complete. Sorry?
The Professor case happened around the time I was born, didn't it?
Wait, what? The Professor case happened around the time you were born. Indeed it did, Iris. Iris. 10 years ago, a series of murders that rocked the capital. 10 years? Yes! At exactly the time that Baruch Van Zieks graduated from university, in fact. Wait, does that mean... Was Baruch Van Zieks the professor? Wait, what? Hold. Okay, so the professor... wait, who's the professor? I'm so confused. The killer... Oh, so we don't know who the professor is. The professor is the waxwork that was stolen. Is that right? Okay, so a waxwork was stolen. The professor kills people in the graveyard. Apparently. And... Baruch Van Zieks is the professor. No. Maybe someone Baruch knew was... Maybe someone Van Zieks knew was the professor? Maybe? What? Surely he's not saying...
So the big event that changed Mr. Reaper's life?
As you surmised, it was the Professor case. Oh, he must have been the prosecutor for the Professor case. He must have been the prosecutor. That's why he's so driven to put everyone in jail and or kill them. Who was the professor? Who was the professor?
It was a series of gruesome murders that happened all over London, gripped the terror that had all of London gripped in terror a decade ago. After 5 victims were killed, the man was arrested and put to death.
And now he's immortalized here in wax for all Londoners to admire and enjoy. It's kind of weird and messed up if you think about it, but whatever. Though, of course, he happens to be absent at present, on account of the abduction. So someone stole a waxwork copy of a serial killer called the professor. She is oh my gosh, she's even winking in her profile picture. Oh my goodness. Oh, sorry. Which means Madame Tuspells was 16 when that happened, right? So you were back from eating Wingstop. Now I want Wingstop. Dang it, Kiyoma. So she was 16 when that happened. So she created the model when she was 16? I mean, she could have created it after. But, I mean, the corpse would have decomposed by then, right? I assume? Alright, so the professor kills people in the graveyard. What can I say? It does taste good. The professor kills people in the graveyard. Professor kills people in the graveyard. And Baruch von Zieks probably prosecuted the professor. Or was the professor. Or knew someone who was the professor. Not Baruch von Zieks. But I don't understand. How is all this related to Van Zieks? You must first understand, my dear fellow, why it is that the professor earned such infamy. It was due to the victims he chose. Some of Whitehall's finest. He killed pretty women? No!
What do you mean, Hurley?
Those murdered by the professor were some of the highest members of the British aristocracy. Wait. Supposedly, alright, the prosecutor known as the Reaper, supposedly the souls of the damned. Well, okay, it doesn't say whether or not he's like royal or something. Members of the nobility, even royalty. It sent shockwaves through the country's administration. I wonder. This guy's going around killing high-ranking people. Right? Baruch von Zieks has a reputation for killing criminals. Right? Criminals who escape punishment. In other words, the people who are capable of escaping punishment are people who can bribe, who can cheat, who can threaten. They are all high-ranking people. So it's almost as if Baruch von Zieks, if he is connected to the professor, it's almost like he's an extension of the professor, if you think about it like that, right? Did the professor supposedly he killed aristocracy, but did he kill like rich criminals? Like if he killed the white collar criminals that can escape punishment, and then here comes Baruch von Zieks, who kills anyone who escapes punishment, aka most likely the rich. Ooh, wait, does that mean Baruch von Zieks? Could he be the if he wasn't the professor? What if his dad was the professor? Ooh, juicy. Oh, this is juicy. Oh my god. Members of the wait, of course. What Professor Harebrained said. Lord Van Zieks is from a family with noble blood. It was the 5th victim that led to the professor's arrest. The last of the killer's prey was a young noble by the name of Clint Van Zieks. Oh, Frank. Young noble by the name of Clint Van. So it's got to be like his brother. No. Van Zieks? I'm sure you can piece together the rest for yourself. In the wake of his older brother's murder, the young Baruch
pursued a career as a prosecutor. Also, he did prosecute him. But not because of, like, he was a prosecutor, but because specifically for revenge. And eventually, he became the Reaper we know today. So then he started supposedly started killing all criminals. Dang. I had no idea Lord Van Zieks had such a tragic past. Well, I'm afraid that's all I can say on the matter. For the time being, at least. After all, I have work to do. Thanks, Shobs! Thank you for your help! As a waxwork exhibit. I am afraid I have to excuse myself as well. Yes, of course. It's been a pleasure. Thank you. If do you have an address that I can send flowers to, or a ring, a wedding ring? Well, none of the predicted scenarios I've been analyzing involved you coming to visit me here. Wait, what? Oh! Frick, his voice. Zvadi! It has been too... I am German. Frick, now I have the stupid French. German. Zvadi! I am a German. It's been too long. It has really. I've been delighted to see you, Bad Orc. It's been 10 years, and here we are, meeting in a prison of all places. Zvadi. I am a German. I can't forgive myself for what happened to Mr. Osman. I just can't. I still can't believe it could happen. Tomorrow, the court will decide. How do you say yes in German? I know it's 9 for no. Yeah. I have a young Eastern man acting in my defense. He seems reliable enough, though. It was an accident. A terrible accident. He assures me he can prove it. I must warn you. Oh, I know. I've heard already. You're going to be the prosecution, aren't you? Yes. Since I returned to England, I've heard lots of stories. I also have this nice new German accent. Baroque, are you really? What? Never mind. I know that you have my best interests at heart. Look at Harebrain, he's so happy. My friend is on trial. I wouldn't entrust it to anyone else. Of course, I fully understand. Thank you, Baroque. Until tomorrow, then. I'll see you in court. Will Manakyn ever learn the difference between a French and German accent? Find out next time. I'm so sorry. I have to end it short today. I am exhausted. It's been a long day. I do not think I can keep up the quality of the stream if I keep going. I have to. Yeah, I'm so sorry, guys. It has been a really, really long day.
I will promise you guys, I'll definitely stream more, and we could also chat a little bit today, since we have more time. So, but like, I can't focus on reading at the very least. Like, reading is killing me right now. Yes, Ertly. Thanks so much for understanding. Oh man. Ah. Oh man, but there's lots I want to chat with you guys about. First of all, what is it? Yakuza Pirate. So, oh, whoops. You Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii is out, and that is absolutely going to be the next game we play. That is 100% absolutely the next game we are going to play, so I cannot freaking wait. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh my freaking god, I'm so excited. Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna be exploring the wacky world of Goro Majima. Yeah. Another thing, I'm debating about whether or not I want to uninstall Zenless Zone Zero, because Zenless Zone Zero has slowly eaten up my life, like doing more dailies. Oh, I need to do more dailies, I need to do this thing. It's like, I realized how big of a mistake it was to stream Zenless Zone Zero, because I knew I would get sucked in eventually to the gacha system again. So I'm looking for another game to take up my time. I was thinking of maybe playing The Witcher, like, in my own time, because I know Witcher wouldn't be very popular. Many of you guys said, like, you wouldn't watch a Witcher stream. So, yeah, I'm probably going to start playing Witcher in my own time. Maybe that'll take up some of my attention away from Zenless Zone Zero. Yeah, but The Witcher's good. Yeah. The Witcher. I don't even know what it's about. It's just about a dude who kills monsters, I think. Yeah, but I'm so excited to play Pirate Yakuza. The Witch Evelyn. Yes, Evelyn. But I did very much promise myself, if there is ever a situation where I can't get the next character, I'm just gonna quit. Because for me, the fun of the game is planning out teams and characters. And if I don't get a character that I can fool around with, then it immediately becomes like, well, there's no point. You know, it's that's one of the big problems I have with, you know, these types of games. It's like, you know, Genshin Impact. Who's the flying guy? Flying guy in Genshin Impact. Who's the character that can fly? He's green, right? Green character in Genshin Impact. I don't know. But like, for example, some of the banners like haven't been appeared for like a year and a half or 2 years now in Genshin. It's like you're never going to be able to play as them. So it's kind of sad. Like, you know, if you started late, you're just punished for not being able to play. That's one thing. Another thing is Avowed isn't doing very well. Yeah. Unfortunate. You know, one person I heard there's one person who I heard talking about Avowed. They said Avowed feels like a theme park. They said a lot of video games, especially RPGs nowadays, feel like a theme park. Do you guys know what that means? It's like, you know, if you guys are at Disneyland and you're on It's a Small World, you know, it's a small world, right? It's all fun and stuff like that. But have you ever been on a ride when it breaks down at like a theme park? Like, have you guys ever, like, I remember I was on like a few rides where they broke down, and then I had to get off the car and I just had to walk through the ride in order to get out. Right? It was just like one of those dark room rides. It's like they turned on the lights and they had to walk out. You have? Yeah, and like, you know how like you see all the animatronics and how they're working, and you're like, oh, well, that just does that, and that does that, and that does that, right? And so you see all the how things work, right? But in the process, the immersion is also destroyed, right? It's like, oh, the thing that was supposed to come out and scare us, that was just a camera screen. And then, oh, this thing that was supposed to come out, that's just something attached to a stick, right? People say a lot of RPGs nowadays, they feel like a theme park. Like, it's all smoke and mirrors, but like the moment you realize that something's there, it just all falls apart. Like, for example, in Avowed, some people have been saying like the NPCs, they don't actually move. So like, what is it compared to something like what is the game I'm thinking about? Something like what is it called? Like Baldur's Gate, where like the NPCs actually have conversations with each other, and like sometimes they'll walk around and stuff like that, or like something like what is it called? Red Dead Redemption, for example, where you can like actually like walk around and you'll see people riding on their horses. You'll see people walking, going home, or like walking into like a store or something like that. It's like in Avowed, they just stand there. And so it's like, oh, it's cool. It's a living, breathing world. But then you walk by them and you're like, oh, well, they're still there. And you walk by them again. Oh, they're still there. And you walk by them again. Oh, they're still there. And then the kind of facade starts to fall apart. And you realize, oh, this is a game. You know, so that's what a lot of RPGs now feel like. And I think Avowed is a great example of that, really. Yeah. But yeah, I've still been keeping up with kind of the most basic things, the most basic games that are coming out. What are some games that are coming out? I have no idea. New games. Yeah, we got new Monster Hunter coming out too. Yeah. Oh, apparently the Tribe 9 has released. Tribe 9, the supposedly essentially Danganronpa gacha has released. Yeah, it's another gacha game, guys. Lots of gacha games, man. Oh, geez, it has mostly negative reviews. That's unfortunate. Yeah. But anyway. Yeah. Honestly, it has been a rough day for me. And how's it going, Dynamic? We're ending the stream soon, but thanks so much for hanging out with us today. Yeah, we're ending the stream. We're going to be streaming more tomorrow, so hopefully you have a chance to join then. Yeah, tomorrow we're going to be streaming more British Ace Attorney. Yeah, but it's been a rough few days for me, so I need to end early today. So I'm going to get dinner or something so I can actually go to sleep early today. Thanks so much for understanding, guys, by the way. Yeah, it's yeah, it hasn't been I just keep saying it's been a rough few days because I have nothing else to say about that. But thanks so much for hanging out with me. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. If you have any quests for me, see you all next time. And make sure you guys go to sleep early too. Get some sleep.